This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Next up, we see Sting win a four-way in 14 minutes and 56 seconds to become the leader of the Main Event Mafia since he pinned Kurt Angle. Also in the match was Mick Foley putting up the TNA title, Jeff Jarrett putting up his voting shares in the company, and Sting saying he would retire if he lost. Meltzer would say the match was mostly good, although there were some rough spots and the heat was in and out. It didn't get the same kind of reaction the prior two matches got. The match wasn't bad, but this is one problem I had regarding logic. Earlier in the show, Sting came into the arena and had a whole bunch of the younger wrestlers were in line shaking his hand, and we were told it showed how much respect these guys have for Sting. Wait a minute, wasn't the entire reason Sting joined the heel group was because the baby faces showed him no respect? And now Sting is the top babyface. I mean, I guess there are storyline possibilities of the top face leading the group of heels, but wouldn't it work better if the heels weren't over as the faces? And wasn't the whole idea of Jarrett, Angle, and Sting being in this match that they all wanted to win the title? I could see beating Jarrett in the sense you want voting shares in the company, but nobody except Foley did any promos in that direction. Why would Jarrett, for example, want to pin Sting and make him retire? Or Angle for that matter? Why didn't they all target Foley since the prize was what they were fighting over ultimately? Foley laid Sting out with a pile driver on the ramp, and there you go. They're off to the races. But still, the holes in the logic of, yeah, if you got voting shares in the company, you want Sting a part of your company. Why would you pin him? And blah, blah, blah. That makes a lot of sense. Does anybody raise their hand and say, hey, boss, I'm not sure that makes sense? Or is it just like, fuck, we got to have something and we don't have anything? Here we go. We'll just throw this at it.
If I remember correctly, the name of the pay-per-view Sacrifice. So yeah. what would someone sacrifice to get in this? And I was watching some of the research. Preakness was on Saturday. And you think to yourself, you know, well, in the Kentucky Derby, why do they run the race? Because an 80-1 long shot may win. But in reality, when they get through the gates, there's really 1, 2, maybe 3 horses that got a chance to win. And I'm not, this is probably a stupid analogy, but you know, it rang to me as I'm reading this. Now let me play armchair quarterback and hindsight's 2020. What in the hell were we thinking, Conrad? Just as you said, I mean, like, does that really, but okay. So if you take it at face value and not double down and it's not your living 24/7. So Jarrett putting his shares up. Okay. What's the most valuable thing to Kurt right now? Oh, the leader of the Main Event Mafia. Okay. Sting's Mick's the champion, you know, all the 4 individuals. So you peel the onion back, there's holes in it. I get it. I totally get it. But where we were going episodically was Kurt and Sting butting heads within the Main Event Mafia. That's kind of what served our need and our master. And Sting is that guy that we're going to pull out of the Main Event Mafia as the leader and the veteran and the WCW icon and yada, 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 down that. That's where we were going. But I get the criticism completely. But on the other side, what was each individual going to sacrifice to get in the match?
Okie doke. So,
as Dutch would say, well, he didn't buy that car.
What? Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.